News 5's Good Morning Cleveland starts now.
Are you ready?
Heck yeah! Now at 6, it is Friday, and what we have all been waiting for. Just 2 days away, and talking about the Browns kicking off the season. And if you're headed to the game, there's some important things to remember if you want to get inside the stadium. Happy Friday, y'all. Yeah, football is in the air.
Right? And I don't know
it.
I don't know if we've had this much anticipation for a season opener and
There's hype and hope, and I love it all.
oh man. It just gives you chills.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
So much excitement.
The forecast for this weekend looks incredible. Football weather is here, perfect timing. But I tell you, we still got to talk about Dorian before we can talk about our local forecast. Still Category 1 hurricane, just a massive storm. And I tell you what, the best news about this is that it is cruising at 14 miles per hour. Doesn't seem like much, right? But it is. For a hurricane, that's pretty quick. So that's going to make its way off towards the north and northeast, continuing that track, maybe even speeding up even more so. Notice with the satellite here, you've still got those brighter oranges in there. So this morning, it's going to intensify a bit. You can see with the radar also right along that eye, that is going to be pushing onshore. So storm surge is elevated. Couple feet, several feet, I should say, more than just a couple along the outer banks. You've got winds right now sustained at 90, gusting over 100 miles per hour, plus the potential in these outer bands and maybe even some more tornadoes. I mean, this place just got wrecked with, 20-something tornadoes yesterday. Now it's getting the bulk of that eye wall. The bulk of hero worries. Beautiful start to the day. We're in the 40s and 50s. We'll make it back into the low 70s. Chad Rudder, how's it looking from the sky, man?
Looking great up here from Air Tracker 5. Trent, not seeing any issues with the morning commute, and traffic volume is still pretty light and low. So that's exactly what we'd like to see this time of the morning. Let's go straight to those drive times. 90, 77, 480, 12, 8-minute ride. Smooth sailing across the board out there. Not seeing any problems, and we haven't had any problems all morning long for drivers. One thing I do want to point out, we've talked about it earlier this week. We've talked about it earlier this morning. The Detroit Superior Bridge is going to close once again because of some work on the bridge deck. They will be doing that from 7 p.m. this evening until 7 a.m. Guys, we're going to cruise around, check out a few things here from Air Tracker 5. Have another update for you in just a few minutes.
All right, John, thank you. You know what time it is? 6:03, but also the first Browns game of the season is just 2 days away. This year, e-tickets are the only way to get into the stadium.
This is important. Okay, so the team admits the new system had a few bugs during the preseason, but they have made some changes trying to get this smoother. So Jade Jarvis is live inside First Energy with their plan of action this morning. Hi, Jade.
Hey guys, it's going to be all hands on deck this game day. The team says it used the orange and brown scrimmage and both preseason home games to take a good look at that ticketing system and make it work better. So they also are focusing on a couple of key areas, including technology, staffing, and communication. To access those tickets, fans need to have the most recent version of the Browns mobile app downloaded, log in, and click. But for several fans we spoke to at the first preseason home game, that wasn't so easy because those tickets would not load. The Browns say the vast majority of fans got through without a hitch, but since then they've been working to help resolve those other case-by-case situations, like working with cell service carriers to maximize data and evaluating the Wi-Fi strength at the stadium. The team will also have additional tablets and staff members both inside and outside to help fans who might have issues, and more training sessions before kickoff to make sure they're fully equipped for any and all questions. Reps from Ticketmaster will also be at the stadium on game day to help out. But the team is also looking to the fans to help them with this process, asking them to communicate any issues they might be having, and also urging them to remember these tips for accessing their tickets. Make sure your Browns app is updated well ahead of game day. If you have an iPhone, add your tickets to your Apple Wallet before the game so you won't have to rely on data or Wi-Fi to access them. And get to the stadium early. Now, if you're having any issues with the app before game day, you can call the Browns Membership Services office and they'll help you out. And if you're having trouble when you get here on game day, there's going to be a ton of people here helping out, but you can also go to the ticket office. Live at First Energy Stadium, Jade Jarvis, News 5.
Thanks so much, Jade. You can catch our Browns pregame show this Sunday at 10:30. Kickoff is at 1. And then tune in Sunday night for our Brownstown Live show. Starts at 11:35, right after News 5 at 11.
There is a new twist to a story we have been following out of Canton. A postal worker there who claimed he was shot at on the job was actually the one who pulled the trigger. Stark County deputies arrested Harry Royal yesterday afternoon. They say he shot a gun inside his vehicle in Plain Township and then lied to deputies about it. He's charged with improper handling of a firearm in a motor vehicle, vandalism, and inducing panic.
6:06. Hurricane Dorian is still making its way up the coast this morning. Taking a live look here right now at Topsail Beach in North Carolina, just south of the Outer Banks. Winds there gusting over 80 miles per hour right now. The latest track has the hurricane moving toward New England tonight. That means rain, wind, and storm surge. People are being told to prepare for the worst.
We are ordering mandatory evacuations for Sandbridge. Also, we are calling for voluntary evacuation for those areas of the city that traditionally are impacted by major northeast storms.
The devastation in the Bahamas is still unbelievable. At least 30 people have died. And this morning, hundreds are still missing.
The U.S. Small Business Administration has issued a disaster declaration for 6 counties in Northeast Ohio. It relates to flooding that happened back in July. Affected counties include Wayne, Ashland, Holmes, Medina, disaster loans. Now, the deadline to apply is November 4th. Too often lately, we have been showing you videos of drivers going the wrong way on Ohio interstates. But now there's a nationwide effort to solve the problem. The director of the National Transportation Safety Board thinks it all comes down to GPS systems. He wants navigation systems in cars and on phones to include alerts to let drivers know they're going the wrong way. Here in Ohio, ODOT is testing a wrong way detection system. It'll flash and signal the driver as well as alert police.
An update here on this crash we told you about last night. Highway Patrol says a car went right into this Burger King in Mansfield. No one inside was hurt, thank goodness. The driver is 76. He was taken to the hospital. Troopers believe he may have been driving under the influence. Let's update you on some breaking news we've been following all morning. The grandson of Cleveland's mayor is in jail.
He's accused of beating and strangling a woman back in June. Meg Shaw is live outside the county jail this morning. Meg, what can you tell us?
Well, Homa and Terrence, I talked to a jail employee here this morning around 4 o'clock. He tells me Frank Q. Jackson was booked here in the county jail last night around 10 o'clock. This after an arrest warrant was issued for him just yesterday afternoon. Now, according to a grand jury indictment, the 22-year-old is facing charges for felonious assault, abduction, and failure to comply for allegedly beating and strangling a woman back in June. This case has been a hot topic all week, partly because City of Cleveland prosecutors declined to press charges against Jackson, saying they had insufficient evidence despite having 2 witnesses and also the victim changing her mind about pressing charges. But the county prosecutor's office said they did find sufficient evidence and filed an arrest warrant. When reporters asked Mayor Frank Jackson about the case on Wednesday, he said he, quote, what happens at my house and my family is not really for discussion or your business. Now, according to court documents that I read this morning, Frank Q. Jackson is scheduled to be arraigned on September 18th. Live in Cleveland, Meg Shaw, News 5.
All right, Meg, thanks for keeping us updated this morning. Let's get an update on your forecast now. Hey, Trent.
Yeah, hey, T. Hey, Homa. Hey, Meg, looking great. Meg's outside and we're in the 40s and 50s, so notice how she's got the jacket on this morning. It is on the cool side. You're going to need the jacket, the sleeves, the hoodie, whatever you have to stay warm this morning for the kiddos at the bus stop. Not going to need the rain gear yet, though. You may need a small umbrella later on today. We're going to see a few more clouds rolling in here and a couple passing showers. Nothing heavy. Realistically, it's not even worth carrying the umbrella all day for. They'll be light, they'll be passing, but more or less we are going to get some more clouds outside. We'll track those showers out coming up, guys.
Okay, also next trend, just because the NFL season is kicking off, don't forget about the Tribe, okay? How going to the game is good for the team and good for the city.
Four-wheel drive, no match for Dorian's wrath. How this Jeep ended up in the waves and the huge following it now has.
My goodness. First, there's a lot of privacy questions with Facebook's new dating service.
Time now 6:15. A couple injured in the El Paso massacre is suing Walmart. The lawsuit says the company didn't hire security guards to patrol its El Paso store. A gunman shot and killed 22 people there last month. The couple was also hurt in the shooting. The lawsuit doesn't say if they're seeking monetary damages. Vaping cases are on the rise nationwide and here in Ohio. Now, health officials may have a lead on what is making people sick.
Jesse Schultz is on the story for us. And Jesse, they say vitamin E may be causing all of this.
Yeah, you may be thinking, why is vitamin E oil harmful? It's found in almonds and olive oil, and many of us take it in the vitamin form. But the problem is when it's inhaled. Health experts say that's when respiratory issues really come into play. Issues like coughing, shortness of breath, and chest pain. It wasn't found in any nicotine products, but New York health officials say they found extremely high levels of vitamin E in nearly all cannabis vaping products that they took from people who have gotten sick. Many patients told officials they bought those marijuana products off of the street. While the link and the key focus of health officials has turned to vitamin E, they say they aren't ruling anything else out either. The FDA, CDC, and state and local health officials are all working on this together and studying what exactly is the cause of these sicknesses related to vaping. There have been 361 confirmed cases of people getting sick due to vaping in Ohio. The Department of Health says it's investigating 5 cases of lung disease linked to vaping, and one of those right here in Richland County. Terrence.
Michigan State University has to pay a record fine for its handling of the Larry Nassar scandal. The $4.5 million fine is from the Department of Education and is for failing to collect crime statistics and warn students. Larry Nassar was convicted last year on sexual misconduct and child porn charges. The former USA gymnastics and Michigan State team doctor will likely spend the rest of his life in prison.
American Airlines is helping storm victims in the Bahamas. The company flew in more than 14,000 pounds of relief supplies. That's on top of the supplies sent ahead of Dorian's landfall. Airline leaders say some of its workers were affected by the hurricane.
It's a gut-wrenching feeling. People that you know for quite a long time, that you work with, and you look at the pictures and you look at the pictures and you look at the pictures and you look at the help so badly.
The supplies will be given to people in Freeport and Marsh Harbor, where dozens of employees live and work.
A guy in Myrtle Beach put a little too much faith in this Jeep. He tried driving onto the sand because he wanted to get a closer look at Hurricane Dorian.
He did what?
And you saw right there, he got stuck. Yeah, he ended up just leaving it there. This has become a social media sensation. People started showing up to take pictures with the Jeep before police clear them out. Now, city officials say it was too rough to remove it yesterday, and they're going to try again
No,
today.
that is the Ocean's Jeep now.
Wow.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Ooh, that's
Let
such
that be a lesson,
it's such
too.
a nice Jeep, though.
Let it go.
Right?
That belongs to the sea.
But I mean, seriously, I don't want to mix my words here, but how idiotic, though?
Right.
Closer look.
Like, no. Watch TV.
Jeep stuck. Jeeps don't get stuck too often.
You would know, right?
We're taking a live look outside. This is from the Miller Boat Line. Beautiful. Look how flat that lake is. Look how calm that lake is. It's going to be a good day, good weekend. I don't have much in the way of wind. I do have a couple showers outside possible, just passing showers. They're going to roll through here, light stuff. But the clouds, essentially, that's going to be our biggest thing, just keeping us from warming up too much. Low 70s today. The clouds actually keep us from cooling off too much tonight. They just insulate everything. So what warmth we do get today, instead of it just shooting right out through the sky, it kind of bounces off those clouds and comes right back to the surface. So for this evening, for your Friday night football games, check these numbers out. 6 o'clock, 71, dropping into the 60s. Hoodie weather, sweater weather for a football game. Beautiful, beautiful Friday night football forecast. Again, Vermilion looking just fine. Your boating forecast is going to be incredible. North winds maybe up to 5, not much, less than 2 footers, probably less than 1 footers realistically as far as waves are concerned. Water's at about 72 degrees. The only speed bump, it's going to be a couple of those little passing showers. And closer to the lake, you have a better shot for those. Farther inland, a little bit drier. Akron looking outside right now, 54 degrees, 48 in Ashtabula. It's cool. It's cool outside. It's just a great start to the day. Let's take you through the day. Let's show you what we have going on. Here's Dorian. We're going to map that all out coming up in about 11 minutes here, about 10 minutes here. That's still a massive storm. We're not worried about that for us. This is what I'm watching for us. See all these showers in Michigan? Those are going to stay mainly to the north, but I can't rule out a couple little passing showers for us. The lake could get a little bit wetter than the land, but overall, it is going to be an okay day today. The lake is going to be wetter than the land. That works on 2 different levels. We're going to have some showers outside. The farther north you are, the wetter it'll be. Inland, mainly dry. But we do make it back into the low 70s today, despite the extra cloud cover. Tomorrow, almost identical. We're starting off in the 50s, not quite 40s, but 50s. And then we've got another day in the 70s with a couple little isolated showers. We'll show you that Sunday forecast coming up. John Redders, though, he's getting us out the door. He's up in Air Tracker 5. How's it look from the sky, man?
Hey, Trent, we are seeing some increased traffic volume out there on 271, so traffic picking up on 271 a little earlier than usual, but take a peek. It's 271 near Broadway. Very dark out here, but you can see a lot of headlights on the left side of your screen. That's 271 northbound, right in between both of the 480 interchanges, so traffic volume starting to pick up there. Fortunately, no accidents, though. Let's go to our maps. I'm not seeing any accidents, I should say, on the highways in the Cleveland area. There is one crash to talk about. It's out in Elyria. That's on the surface streets. I'm talking about Route 113 near Route 57. There is a crash there in Elyria. No problems down south in the Akron area. Things are looking all up to speed there. I just checked the drive times. We're all up to speed on all the major highways in the Cleveland and the Akron area. Guys, we'll check back in with you in just a few minutes.
Okay, John, thank you. It's 6:21 right now. The Indians say they need more fans at Progressive. They say having the crowd is good for morale, but also helps Cleveland. The city gets 8% of the admission tax from ticket sales. This month, they're doing several promotions to pack the stands. We have a list of all those deals on our app.
Football is big business in America, but a new report shows the marijuana industry is about to surpass the NFL in revenue. It's estimated this year legal sales of recreational and medical marijuana will be around $10 billion, but by next year could top the NFL's $15 billion mark. And it's not just sales on the rise. Full-time jobs in the cannabis industry are expected to increase by 34% this year.
Still ahead there.
And this guy has some serious reflexes. You have to see the midair catch he makes during this roller coaster ride. Those stories, a lot more, still ahead on Good Morning Cleveland.
Welcome back. It is 6:25 right now on your Friday. There are a lot of product recalls, sometimes several a day. You catch them here on GMC, but not all of them get equal attention, so they can be easy to miss.
So now a new report suggests more can be done to make sure you see the most dangerous recalls. The group Kids in Danger looked at missed opportunities to share recall information for children's products. They found only a little more than half the companies posted recalls on their websites, and even fewer put them on social media where more people can share it. Now, Kids in Danger would like to see companies forced to do more.
Well, you know, it's important because to get to the point of a recall means that the product has already proved dangerous. Either they found a flaw in it, hopefully before there were any injuries, and they want to get it out of the marketplace. Or in the case, for instance, of the recent recall of the Fisher-Price Rock and Play, over 30 children had already been killed.
You can sign up for recall alerts through the Consumer Product Safety Commission's website.
General Motors is going with Google. It will use Google technology in its navigation and voice-activated controls. The Android systems will be in cars starting 2021. GM says Google will not get access to information on how you drive or your vehicle maintenance. There's a reason some amusement parks like Cedar Point don't let you take your phone on certain roller coasters.
Of course. Okay, so we want to show you this video from Spain. This coaster camera catches what seems like a normal ride until suddenly, oh, look at that.
Nice.
Today's the day.
That hero's name is Samuel.
Okay, Sam.
Grabs a phone out of mid-air.
Wow.
Those reflexes, though, pretty impressive because the coaster is going 80 miles per hour.
Wow.
The guy who lost the phone was so grateful he bought Sam the video so he could always remember his catch. He needed to buy Sam some more stuff.
Right?
Because that is impressive.
Wow, look at those hands.
Bloop.
Love it. All right.
Sound effect.
Coming up, a rare honor for a former Brown. The special ceremony happening this weekend to pay tribute to one of the team's all-time greats.